Good morning, students. Today we are going to see a small concept in the big data analytics, the Hadoop architecture. Inside the Hadoop architecture, we are going to see about the blocks. So it's one of the important concept in the Hadoop architecture, the blocks. So normally we can tell the data, it can be splitted in the set of blocks. So normally we know there is serial form of data and blocks of data. So here we are going to discuss in the Hadoop architecture about the blocks of data. So the blocks is nothing but the smallest continuous location of the unit, the hard drive where it is going to store, where it is going to store. So here there is one concept in this blocks. That means, so normally we are just dividing each and every set of data into 120 should be MB. That means each and every block consists of 128 MB. That means, for example, if it is 1 GB file, it should be divided by 128 MB of each file. Each file consists of 128 MB. So this is the main thing. That means, for example, if it's 1 TB means one block it consists of 128 MB like that. This is the major part. Major part means major calculation of a block means the basically we have to make the block into 128 MB. Next, we can see about the replication management. So this is one of the important concept in the HDFS that it is known as the replication management. The replication management means, for example, we have a block of data of 128 MB. This 128 MB of data should be the same data. It should be replicated into three places. That means we can tell it as a three places. It will be stored. So normally we know that it is name node and data node. It's the Hadoop architecture. The data node it will be stored in three places in the data. So one file. It is divided into 128 MB into the size of the file. So one size of a block it is 128 MB, and each 128 MB will be stored in three places in the three data node in the three places in the data node. So here this part we are telling it as an replication management. So here we are given it as storing the file of 128 MB HDFS using the default configuration. You will end up occupying the space of 384 MB. That means 3 into 128 MB. As the blocks will be replicated three times, each replica will be residing in a different data node. That's an important point here. Wherever we are just storing this data 128 MB, it should be placed in different data node. That means in a 128 MBs, for example, it is stored in A data node. Another same 128 MB should not be stored inside the A data node. This is important thing. So, for example, if there are three data nodes A, B, and C, first 128 MB it should be stored in A, second it should be stored in B, second and third it should be stored in C. Otherwise, it can be stored in first it can be stored in C, D, or anyway. The condition is if it is in A data node, 128 MB is stored for a particular file or particular block. Another same block, that means we are dividing this block into three. Another same block will not be stored inside this particular same data node. That's the important part in this particular replication management. So here the name node collects the block report from data node and periodically to maintain the replication factor. So the details of the name node, it will be collected. The name node, it collects all the details of the data blocks which is located in the data node, and it maintain as a metadata, and it is for replication factor. So in this particular part, it will provide a fault tolerance. The default replication factor is 3, which is assigned configure. So here in this, the major use of this particular replication management, we can tell it is for the fault tolerance. So in one situation, for example, the three data nodes are there. One data node that means it is not working properly. It is not replying properly. At the same time, another two copies we are storing into another two data nodes. In this same situation, if the system we can take this data from the another any one of the two node, and we can continue the work. So this is one of the example for the fault tolerance. Next, there is one block diagram for this application management. I can point out to you. Here there is node 1, node 2, node 3, and node 4. So here we have the block 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There are 5 blocks and 4 nodes. For example, we can take the block 1. Block 1, it is stored in node 1, node 2, and node 3. So it is separately node 1, node 2, and node 3. Block 2, it is stored in node 3, node 2, and node 4. Block 3, it is stored in node 1, node 3, and node 4. Block 4, it is stored in node 1, node 2, node 3, and block 5 it is stored in node 1, node 2, and node 5. Just you can see in this diagram, each and every block it is stored in different nodes, but the same block. For example, block 1, it will not be replicated in the same. It will not replicate the block 1. It should not replicate it here itself. It will store in another node. This is the major part of the replication management in the Hadoop architecture. Thank you, students.